Hey, it's your old pal Jon Colston here for Guitarinstruct.com. Good to see you. Today we're going to start a new series on playing triads. So today we're going to be looking at three different shapes. We're going to play them up the fingerboard and talk about them. But before we dig in, if you would take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when we're producing new content here on the channel. Also, as it states above, there is a PDF available with the tablature for this lesson. You can find that PDF on my website. The link is in the description. It'll take you to my site. There is no obligation. If you feel like you want to contribute to the channel, there is a donation button there. And with that being said, let's dig in. All right, so what is a triad? A triad is a three-tone chord. So today we're talking major chords. That means it's going to have a root note, a third, and a fifth. Now, when we did the arpeggios, we were doing root, third, 5, 7. So now we're just doing root, third, 5. And so we're going to have three shapes. We're going to have an A shape, we're going to base one off of a C shape, and one off of an F shape. So let's look at the chords, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. So let's get started. Our first shape is going to be based off an A chord. Now generally you would strum from the 5th string down, but we're playing a triad, so we're only going to use the notes that you're holding down here. So it's going to be 2nd string, 3rd string, and 4th string. And you just play those notes. It's very important that that's the only note you play. And that's our triad. Now actually, if you play these all open, as it shows on the tab, that's a G. So we're going to have a G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and back to A. Now, the interesting thing here is how we determine what the chord is based on the root. Well, on this particular triad, our root is going to be the 3rd string. So there's our A note. So you would go by the A. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And just play that shape. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, we're back with our second shape, the C chord. And we're not doing anything on the 5th string, so we're going to take that off. And we're just going to concentrate on the 2nd string, 3rd string, and 4th string. And then with that being said, our root's going to be here on the 2nd string. So we're going to play C. But now when I move this up, I've got to move that open note too. So I'll have a shape that looks like this. All right, so that's going to be D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C. Let's do these again. So here's our C. Switch our fingering around. Now we're at D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All right, now we're back here for our third shape, and it's going to be based off the F chord. Now, usually when we play the F chord, we're going to hold these two down, but we're only playing 3 notes. And on each one of these and focusing on 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. So we're going to play this little triad here, that's F. And we take it up, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So and our root here is going to be on the 4th string. So F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. F, right, so now that we've played through these shapes, what I'd like for you to do is maybe take a 3-chord progression like C, D, and G. So let's here's a C, here's a D, and here's a G. Now, do it a different way. So it's okay, here's a C, here's a D, and here's a G. Now let's do it yet a different way. Well, here's a C, here's a D, and here's a G. So you see I did 3 different versions of the same chord. So here's a G, and here's a G, you can do it open, and here's a G. Same thing with C, here's a C, here's a C, and here's a C. So the ideal as we build through these things is to open up your knowledge here, 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 and as we get through these lessons, we're going to learn about what's called inversions and what we're actually doing. And that involves how we stack those intervals. But that's later on down the road. So take these chords and expand on them, see what you can do, and improve your playing. It's really great to layer with other guitar players. If they're down here playing a G, and you can come down here, and it just creates a nice kind of atmospheric type thing, especially if you've got some long-tailed reverbs and delays running. But see what you can do with these things. Start incorporating them into your head. Much like some of the other concepts I've taught, as you play through these things, you may not pick it up right off the bat. It's I'm learning these chords, but they're just not clicking. Keep playing them. I was talking to a student earlier today who said, I was playing those arpeggios, those diatonic arpeggios that you did, and I didn't really get it. But he said after a week of playing these things, that he's been going with me through each of the 6-part series, they started clicking now, and he finds himself really liking them and enjoying them and finding uses for them. And so you guys need to do the same thing with these triads. They're just as important as a scale or an arpeggio lick or a bend lick, because they have a place too. All right, and with that being said, we're going to close out the lesson. So I hope you can incorporate these into your playing. Leave a comment below, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Don't forget the tablature that's available. And with that being said, guys, I will see you next week.